Spring garden prep, the ultimate checklist for success. Ready to make this your best gardening year yet? Spring is the perfect time to set the stage for a thriving garden. Let's dive into a simple checklist that will help you get your garden on track, whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. We can't stress this enough. Healthy soil equals happy plants. Before you plant anything, get your hands dirty and check your soil. Is it loose and rich or hard and dry? Spring is the ideal time to improve your soil. If your soil needs a boost, don't worry. Adding compost, worm castings, or even a layer of mulch can work wonders. Think of it as giving your soil a nutritious breakfast to kickstart the growing season. Remember, great soil now means a fantastic harvest later. Spring weeds are sneaky. They love to pop up in freshly exposed soil. The good news is they're easier to manage when they're small. Take a stroll through your garden and pull any weeds you see. After weeding, spread a layer of mulch around your plants. Straw, leaves, or even grass clippings will do the trick. Mulch not only prevents new weeds from sprouting, but also helps your soil retain moisture and stay at the right temperature. It's like giving your plants a cozy blanket. If you've planted seeds directly in the ground, like carrots, beets, or radishes, it's time to thin them out. We know it's tough to snip those tiny sprouts, but trust us, it's for the best. Overcrowding can lead to weak, spindly plants. Thinning gives each plant the space it needs to grow strong and healthy. Think of it as giving each seedling its own personal playground to thrive in. Your future harvest will thank you. If you've started seeds indoors, get ready to move them outside soon, but don't rush the process. Hardening off is crucial for helping your seedlings adjust to the outdoor environment. Start by placing your seedlings outside for a few hours each day, gradually increasing the time over a week. This helps them get used to the sun, wind, and temperature changes. Skipping this step can shock or even kill your precious plants. Be patient, and your seedlings will be ready to flourish in no time. If you're using row covers or low tunnels to protect your plants from the cold, now's the time to check them. As the weather warms up, make sure your plants aren't overheating. Ventilation is key. Consider propping up the covers to allow for airflow, or switch to insect netting to keep pests away. Adjusting your covers will help your plants stay comfortable and healthy as the season progresses. Over time, the soil in raised beds and containers can settle. Before you start planting, check the soil level and add more if needed. A mix of compost and fresh potting mix is perfect for replenishing nutrients and supporting healthy growth. Think of it as giving your plants a fresh start in a cozy new home. They'll appreciate the extra space and nutrients, and you'll be rewarded with a bountiful harvest. Don't wait until your plants are sprawling all over the place. Now's the time to check your trellises, stakes, and cages. Make sure they're sturdy and in the right place for your climbing plants. Getting your supports in place now will save you time and frustration later. It's like building a strong foundation for your plants to reach for the sky. If you have perennials like garlic, strawberries, asparagus, or berry bushes, give them a spring boost with compost or organic fertilizer. These early growers need plenty of energy to produce healthy new growth. Think of it as giving them a delicious and nutritious meal to fuel their springtime growth spurt. They'll reward you with a delicious harvest. Pests are always lurking, so keep an eye out for aphids, flea beetles, cabbage worms, or slugs. Check under leaves, around stems, and at soil level, especially around brassicas and greens. Early intervention is crucial. Use neem oil, diatomaceous earth, or simply handpick the pests to prevent a population explosion. A little vigilance now can save you a lot of headaches later. One of the best ways to keep your garden productive all season long is to stagger your plantings. Don't plant everything at once. Instead, sow a new row of lettuce, radishes, or spinach every 1 to 2 weeks. Mark your calendar to remind yourself when to plant each crop. This way, you'll have a continuous harvest instead of a glut of produce all at once. It's like having a steady stream of deliciousness coming from your garden. Our bonus tip is to keep a garden journal. It doesn't have to be fancy, just a simple notebook will do. Jot down what you planted, when and where. Note what's growing well, where pests showed up, or when something bloomed. Your garden journal will become an invaluable resource for troubleshooting problems, planning crop rotations, and building a better garden year after year. It's like having a personal gardening mentor at your fingertips. Spring maintenance in your garden is all about setting the stage for a successful growing season. By taking the time to prepare your soil, manage weeds, support your plants, and protect them from pests, you're creating an environment where they can thrive. Think of it as giving your garden a head start on the season. With a little bit of effort in the spring, you'll be rewarded with a bountiful harvest that will last for months to come. If you're new to gardening, don't be intimidated. Gardening is a journey, and every gardener starts somewhere. The most important thing is to get started and learn as you go. Don't be afraid to experiment, make mistakes, and ask for help. There are plenty of resources available to support you, from online forums to local gardening clubs. And remember, even the most experienced gardeners have their share of failures. The key is to learn from them and keep growing. So there you have it, 10 essential spring garden tasks to get your garden off to a great start. These little things add up, and doing them now means fewer problems and better harvests down the road. Now it's your turn. Get out there, get your hands dirty, and start working on your spring garden checklist. You'll be amazed at what you can accomplish with a little bit of effort and planning. What spring chore do you always forget until it's too late? Or is there something else on your list I didn't mention here? Share your tips and rituals in the comments below. If this helped you out, be sure to like and subscribe. We've got more spring projects and plant deep dives coming your way here on EcoAlchemy. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow gardening enthusiasts so we can grow together. And until next time, remember, keep your hands dirty and your hearts in the garden.